Hello everyone, welcome to Jets TV. Please comment, rate, subscribe guys, comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos as well, folks. I want to thank everyone that does watch and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. So without further ado, folks, listen. NFL is here, it's time to talk football, all right? Week 10, I'm going to wait for those picks, all right? We're going to wait. I hear you guys. I know you guys want to hear my Week 10 picks, but I want to go into my Week 9 recap, all right? Week 9, I made some picks. I'm not going to hide from them. I'm not going to hide about what I said. I want to talk about my Week 9 recap first, so let's go ahead and get right into it. First game I covered from Week 9, Packers at Pats. Took the Packers in this football game confidently. Got myself an L. Oh, my goodness. Pats beat the Packers 31-17, man. Such a frustrating game to watch, but shout out to Pats fans. You guys got yourselves a W. I took the Packers, man, and I got myself a L, a straight L. So it is what it is, all right? Next game I covered, Titans at Cowboys. Took the Cowboys in this football game, and I got myself another loss, man. Another L. Jeez, man. Titans beat the Cowboys 28-14. Goodness, man. I mean, the Cowboys just looked bad in this game, and the Titans just did everything that they needed to do to take the game away. I mean, Dak and him just rolling in the pressure constantly, it was ridiculous, all right? Just absolutely ridiculous. But shout out to Titans fans. You guys got yourselves a W. I took the Cowboys, so I got myself an L. And last but not least, the best game of the week, the Jets game, Jets at Dolphins. Took the Jets in this football game, and I got myself another loss. Dolphins beat the Jets 13-6. 3 losses. But this one just was absolutely ridiculous. Listen, Spencer Long is out there snapping the ball all over the place. Sam Darnold can't figure out where the snap is going. Sam also had 4 interceptions. The offense looked terrible. Watching this entire game was terrible. Todd Bowles needs to be fired, and as well as the staff. Like, point blank period. No discussion needs to be asked. At the end of this year, they need to be gone. That's the end of that. So, shout out to Dolphins fans. You guys got yourselves a win. I took the Jets. Got myself a loss. All right? Whatever. Look, week 9 is done. That is behind us. I'm ready to move on. Okay? That is put in the past. I'm ready to drive on down this road. I'm ready to talk about Week 10. I'm ready to talk about what we have coming up. So let's go ahead and get into my Week 10 picks. First game I want to cover from Week 10, Jags at Colts. Listen, Jags coming off of a bye. This defense was playing a little spotty. There were some issues here, all right? I think they're coming in. They're going to be solid this week. I think they've had time to really prepare, time to kind of sit back, get healed up, get things together. The big question is offensively, what are the Jags going to do? Blake Bortles been an issue for years. Don't know why they didn't try to find some better way to address him, in the offseason before this year, but they were confident in him, so they kept him, whatever. But this week, they get back a big part of their offense, a big offensive weapon for them, and that's Leonard Fournette. Looks like he's ready to go. That hamstring looks like it's going to be good. They sat him out just enough time to, not make sure that doesn't continue to be an issue for him. Make sure it heals up fully. Didn't try to rush him back. This is the week where I think he comes back and has a huge impact. They're going to get him the football. He's going to be a big focal point of this offense like he's always been. They're going to run Leonard Fournette into the ground for the rest of this year, point blank, period. And he's a great back. I think he'll be able to handle the load, handle the carries. He's a physical runner, but he's just got to be out there and be healthy. And I think finally he's ready to go. You look at the Colts side of the football. The question you have to ask them in this football game is, okay, your offense probably going to struggle pretty mightily against the Jaguars defense. What can your defense do? Can your defense create turnovers? Can you stop guys? Can you slow guys down? Colts defense ain't been that great. Okay, point blank, it really has not been that great. And they got some injuries they got to deal with as well. Mike Mitchell, their safety, he's going to be out. Harrison, their corner, he's going to be out. Teray, their defensive end, he's going to be out. Like, there's some issues already, but when you're missing those guys as well, some pieces, I think they'll struggle mightily in this football game, especially defensively, to kind of slow the Jags down. So with all that said, I am taking the Jags to win this football game 24-20. 24-20. I think the Jags pull away late, take the game away, get the job done. Again, I think this is a big game that's going to really rest on the shoulders of Leonard Fournette, him coming back. Hyde, I think, is going to get the ball as well, the guy that they've brought in to also, help in that running back situation. Split carries between him and Fournette. So, again, I am taking the Jags to win this football game. Next game I want to cover, Chargers at Raiders. Whew, listen, the Raiders look like they have just quit. This team, this team is a dumpster fire. All right, look, you traded away Mack. They would look like things were teetering. Things weren't looking that great. Then they traded away Cooper, and it looked like it just rocked the entire team. Like they just do not believe in Gruden at all. They went into, the Niners' home and got rocked. Shanahan has this young quarterback who's like undrafted, put up 34 points on the Raiders with no questions asked. They were running the same routes. This defense can't stop anybody. It looked like it can't stop anybody, seriously. So now they're coming into this week with the Chargers, a division rival. Look, point blank period, this defense has to find a way to stop Melvin Gordon. That's the beginning and end of the story, all right? You stop him, you'll slow down a lot of things that the Chargers do offensively. He really gets the wheels turning. He's a violent runner, a guy that just runs with just a different level of physicality, point blank period. He's also a guy that comes out the backfield and catches the football too. They split him out wide at times. He matches up with guys. He catches the ball. He gets to that second level. Corners and safeties, you will be punished because he will run you smooth over, no questions asked. You have got to get a hat on this guy. You cannot allow him to be a big part of this football game. The Raiders have to find a way to slow him down. You look at the Chargers side of the football, and the Chargers, defensively, you want to look at this situation. You want to say, hey, let's just get pressure on Carr. The targets out there aren't necessarily great. Get some pressure on him, he'll turn the football over. Well, a big part of that would be Joey Bosa, point blank period for the Chargers. He's going to be out for this football game. But they have other guys that can step up in that place as well. There's some scheme things that they can do, send some blitzes, and get after Carr and force him into situations where he's going to have to make a throw and into some tight windows. And Carr isn't a bad quarterback, but again, the targets out here are not that great with the Raiders. And there's also offensively, again, if they do get a hat on Gordon, where else can you go? The Chargers have alternatives, though. Let me tell you, offensively, this is not a team that is bare. Like, they got some guys that can get it done. Maybe not huge names, but guys that can get it done. Austin Eckler, who spells Melvin Gordon, he's a good back, man. And he's a guy that, again, is a Swiss Army knife. He can do a lot of different things. He's solid at blocking. He can also come out of the backfield and catch the football. He's a great third down back. They do use him in a lot of passing downs as well. And you can hand him the rock, and he can run the rock as well. But I think a guy that really can have a big effect in this football game is Tyrell Williams. If Phillip Rivers can get this kid the football, I think he has so many favorable matchups, especially if they move him around into the slot. He's a big guy. Man, I think he will light the Raiders up. I absolutely do. Because this team is just, like I said, it's a dumpster fire. They are done. Like, it just seems like it's just all over the place there with the Raiders. So, with all that said, I am taking the Chargers to win this football game 34-10. 34-10, I think the Chargers roll. I just don't believe in the Raiders. Gruden's got a plan. I don't know what the hell it is. But right now, this first part of the plan is not looking so good. And I think the Chargers just come in and absolutely take care of the business. So again, I am taking the Chargers to win this football game. And last but not least, the best game of the week, baby. The Jets game, all right? Listen, Bills at Jets. This is going to be one of the ugliest football games we have ever watched, all right? If you thought that Dolphins game was bad, this game I think is going to be absolutely worse. Go to the Bills side of the football first. Who the heck is going to be their QB? We know that Josh Allen is injured. He probably is not going to play. He's been dealing with a injury that's hampering him. So now you're down to Peterman or Barkley. Neither one of them are really good alternatives. But it looks like Barkley is probably going to get the edge. They don't want to trot Peterman out there. I wouldn't either. You look at the other parts of this offense, because I know a lot of Jets fans are really overconfident about this football game, thinking we're going to smash them because they have these issues at QB. And I'm saying, whoa, slow down. Because the way the Jets have been playing football, I don't think we can look at anybody and say, hey, there's an easy win. No, not what we got here. You look at the Bills offensively, outside of the issues at quarterback, Charles Clay, he's going to be out. They still got Shady McCoy. And they still got Zay Jones, who's a guy that we've seen burn us before in the past. Like, he's a guy that can make plays. I know Kelvin Benjamin isn't super impressive, especially not, since his rookie season. He's had these injuries that have slowed him down, but he's still a big wide receiver. He's still a big target. And when they get into the red zone, they just chuck it up to him and see if he can come down with it. So, look, we've got to get pressure on whoever the quarterback is. Our defense has got to continue to play solid and stout. And we've got to try to find a way to force turnovers as well to really help us out in this football game. You look at us offensively. Sam's down, he's hurt, which sucks because again, this year was supposed to be about this young kid going out there and figuring out, how to play QB in the NFL, what it was all about. And now he's dealing with an injury because an idiotic head coach, offensive coordinator, and offensive line coach can't figure out that one guy is out here, the center, Spencer Long, that he's out here destroying the entire football team because the snaps are all over the place. I mean, it's ridiculous. But that's a conversation for another week. The entire coaching staff after this year needs to be fired. Everybody needs to go, clear the entire staff. But continuing with this football game, McCown is going to start, point blank period, which is, okay. I'm going to stay positive here. We still got other young guys that we need to look at as well. Herndon, Trenton Cannon. McCown starting, it's not that bad. He's a veteran guy. He knows his place. He knows what he's got to do out there. I think he'll be battling a little bit of the rust because, again, this is going to be his first time starting this year. But I think he'll be able to put some solid things together. The big part of this game that I think we have to figure out is how to keep him protected. With Spencer Long out as well in this football game, you got Harrison that's going to step up. He's a backup center. He's more than ready to actually be, a guy to fill the gap there. So I'm not necessarily worried about him. You'll be able to hold the fort. But Jeremy Bates has got to step up as a play caller, point blank period. You got to make sure that you keep McCown protected, and you have to figure out a way to get creative offensively. You have been trashed this entire season. Your play calling has been suspect this entire season. You shouldered the blame for what happened against that Dolphins game. You should have, because your idiotic play calling caused the issues that we have now, with Sam Darnold getting hurt. Simple stuff, simple adjustments, you cannot make it. So this week, Jeremy Bates has got to be the guy to step up, especially without Robbie Anderson, who's going to miss this game too. You got Enuma, you got Matthews, you got Kearse out there. Find a way to get these guys the footballs and push forward, because again, I think this game is going to be definitely an ugly game. It's probably going to be a stalemate because defensively, these teams are going to be so strong. The Bills have an extremely strong defense. We've got a strong defense as well. It's really going to hinge on our offense being able to move the football. We have to find a way to do that. So, with all that said, I am taking the Jets to win this football game cautiously, very cautiously. I'm taking the Jets to win this football game 13-10. 13-10, I'm taking the Jets. I think the game is going to be ugly as hell. I think it's going to be nasty, gritty. I think if you hated watching the Dolphins game, you're going to wish you were watching that Dolphins game when you watch this game, man, because it is going to be nasty. But I think the Jets pull away late, get a late field goal, and we end the game. So 13-10, I am picking the Jets. So with all that said, please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe. Also share the videos. I want to thank everybody who does watch and share my videos. You folks are the best. Listen, sitting down with your families, it's football. It's time to really sit down and have a good time and enjoy yourselves. Have your favorite beverage, have your favorite snack, your favorite food, pizza, whatever it is, and just enjoy yourselves, all right? So with all that said, you guys have a good one. Peace.